Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It's a beautiful Monday morning here. You see this weather, just gorgeous. The last few days we had, it was going to 90s and we broke 100 last week during the framing and everything, and well, just so happy now this weekend we got cooler. Today, I don't even think it's going to break 80, but it'll get back up in the 90s, but it's nice. I like it. It's freedom weather. I like it. Well, today is a new day. It's electric. So I figured I'd bring you guys in, show you what's happening in here, and get you locked in. So where to begin? Okay, there we go. Well, we'll begin with the focus and the contrasting and everything. When we left you last, we had finished up the framing. We got the landing done. We got all the decking up above, so we're going to be putting in the decking later this week, and we're going to do stairs later this week, hopefully. I'm going to finish framing up some of I got to do a little window inside the grinding room, as well as start framing for windows for outside. But we're going to be doing lighting this week, today actually. We're going to get 2 more of these lights put in right here. We'll get 2 more of those lights put in, and we're actually going to be getting rid of the 60 amp panel, and I built the, which is bad, horribly contrasted, built a panel frame for the 200 amp system. That'll be out here, so that's going in today. We're going to be doing power for the ceiling, for the garage door openers, and getting outside outlets installed, as well as outside lighting, and going to start putting in more boxes. I started doing boxes this past week just to get an idea on how things would lay out. So we'll be doing boxes later on this week, and or today actually, and starting to run wire for the kilns, because I'll be running 2 kilns right off of this wall right here, as well as starting to run some power for the grinding room. My grinders will all run on 110. The kilns will be 220. We're going to do some welder hookups on this wall back here. So we're going to have some 220s out there. And then we'll get the bathroom all going with the GFI. We'll have that sorted. So super cool, super excited to get it started. We got the Skyjack here, still the scissor lift. Hopefully we got 1 more day of it, and that's it. We're also going to be putting up some framing, because the metal that you saw us take down when we started taking everything apart, we saved that metal because we're going to be putting that metal up here along this wall. Right now the metal you see, that's 8 foot height, and then from that top beam right there, from the bottom of that beam down to the metal is 7 feet. So we're going to be putting support beams across there so we can screw the sheet metal up, because that's where we'll be hanging flags, as well as on this side over here we're going to do the same thing. Actually, to making this video, I actually have an American flag, I guess, is coming to me, which is pretty cool. So I think I got an American flag coming to me, as well as I think I got a blue line flag coming. Super cool. Now I just got to get the 5 branches of service, and we'll get that sorted. And I'm going to put all 5 branches on this wall. I think we're going to go with 4 by 6, 4 foot by 6 foot, because again, that's 7 foot from that beam up there down to the metal. That's 4 foot, or that's 7 feet. So I think a 4 by 6 would be just fine, especially having all 5 branches right there. Really show up good. I want to make sure they pop. So, but I think I've got a thin blue line flag that's going to go up on this wall, as well as maybe I got to get a Gadsden flag, right? Got to get a Gadsden flag, and then I've got some banners coming too. Super excited to start sharing those with you guys from companies that I'm starting to kind of communicate with and work with. Super excited to start seeing some of that, so I'm really excited. I'll be anxious to share more with you there. But those companies or banners are going to go across the railing over here. We're going to do that so we can start getting those guys out there, get some more advertising for them, and also a big shout out to all those companies. But no names just yet. Gotta wait. Some are going to be local, but others are going to be, you know, from places you might not have heard of. So we'll see. But I see an electrician's truck coming down the road, so I'm going to open up the doors, get things started. So come on for a ride. How you doing? Am I getting good at that? I'm not freaking you out, am I? Okay, well, we're done. We had some issues. Maybe some of it's not a laughing matter, but we did have some issues. But hey, it's awesome. Yes, we got the electric done. The shop is looking awesome. I got a trip in here, but there you go. Okay, we'll get back to trip in a second. Electrician's just about done. It's a couple of long days, and Joel, Chase, Justin, and Joe all got in here, banged out a bunch of stuff. We're going to be wrapping just a few little loose ends up next week, but otherwise everything worked out really good. We got all just some can lights we got to do and things like that, but guys, having a focusing issue right now. But suffice to say, yes, it's been a very, very good week, very challenging week to say that. I also managed to get all the metal in. If you guys remember one of the first videos, we took all the metal off the lower part. We had to do that so we could do framing and do things. Well, with the prices of everything in 2021, I was not going to go buy a bunch of 7 foot sheets of aluminum, well, actually 8 foot, because that's how you get it, be 8 foot pieces, and put it all up brand new, and then it not match really well. So we reused the other metal. They're all 8 foot, so I had to cut a foot off of all of them. Actually, it went to 88 inches. So there wasn't too much of an overlap, because if I would have, it would have ran into the window right there. It would have hung down too far, and then there wouldn't have been anything to screw into the original holes that were in the 8 foot sheets. So it looked a little weird, so I didn't want to do that either. So I had to cut down all the metal, do that, and then I had to frame all the walls behind me up above. I had to put 2x4 material in there, so I had something to screw to. But I got that done. But Benny and I did try to do that. Well, I should say try. We got up on the scaffold and we did start nailing some 2x and stuff, but there was a couple boards that Benny had measured out and he cut just a little bit too long, and he had to trim it down. So he trims it down. We're in the Skyjack, the scissor lift there, and I trimmed it down, and as he was moving the saw after he got done cutting, instead of grabbing the top of the handle of this worm drive saw, he grabbed the front guard that the saw slides on, and well, if you're squeamish, look away now, but this is what he did. Yes, he's doing okay. Everything's looking all right for the most part, but if anybody has ever been cut by anything, like a knife or that, you need a knife or razor blades or something, you know that it leaves a nice smooth cut, and if it's a deep cut, then they usually just stitch it and do everything else. Well, when you cut your finger with a circular saw or a table saw, the blade is an 1/8 inch thick, it's spinning, it makes a mess of your finger or anything else it hits, so stitches were out of the question. So antibiotic ointments and cleaning it out really good for several days and bandaging it all up. He's doing okay now, he's healing. So I had to wrap up all this metal myself. Ben has been taking it easy this past week. After recording this video, he's been taking it easy, and he's going to be out of commission for a couple of weeks, at least, before he can get back into helping me a little bit. So that was that. But yeah, we do have a lot of the electrical done now. We got all the boxes in, all the lines are in. We're not going to run a lot of switches and stuff like that yet, because we still have to drywall, still have to spray foam and everything, which is, yeah, I'm going to do that. But we do have the majority of all the grinding room and everything done. We just have to do some wiring for the can lights here, and the grinding room area, and the shop area right here. The wood shop and everything else has already been accomplished. So we got that done. Next week, we'll be doing the posts. We'll be running posts up above here, so then this way we'll have safety railings, of course, you gotta have the railings, and then we'll be doing decking, and like I said, Joel will be coming out to wrap up some electric. We're gonna put some lights up there just for the interim until we decide what else we're gonna be doing up there. The 20 by 20 second floor of the shop and stuff like that. That'll probably be next year, year after, but for right now, we'll just get that done. So that's looking good. I do appreciate it. Big shout out to a lot of people, but I think I'm going to wait till the July 11th live to talk more about those. But folks have been stepping up and helping out, both with the build process, the costs and stuff like that, as well as coming forward and wanting to be part of the whole helping the disabled veterans thing, folks in wheelchairs and stuff like that with this build and what I'm doing with that. So that's super helpful. I managed to get a couple of tables already that I'll be using for adjustable, going up and down. That's really nice. And that money that the folks that have been giving through Super Chats and PayPal and through checks help pay for all the audio and everything. I might have mentioned one of the videos that the cables just for this camera, just the wiring to connect the camera to a computer and then keep it going and bypass the battery, all that kind of stuff. It was almost $200 for that. Sennheiser mic that I'm using right now, the lavalier mic, was almost $200. So super helpful for people doing that, because the costs of 2020 are taking their toll on me. I'll just say that. So having folks like you all stepping up, it's been super helpful. But I'm going to go get the stand. I'm going to sit you guys down, and I'm going to show you the big surprise. Okay, guys. Let's see, get you set up really good here. So, been super excited about this. What I got in the back of the truck is just a sample of things that come. The announcement is I will no longer be selling my hoodies and t-shirts and hats on cknifetool.com. I am not going to be doing that anymore for the near future. I do have some of my hats that have the leather patch. I have them in stock right now. That's going to stay up on the website until I run out. I do have mugs coming in. I have a really cool mug design that I came up with that is to commemorate CK Knife and Tool moving to Wyoming. So I will be handling those things for a while. But my coffee, that's going to be going through Ground Pounder Coffee. So you'll have to go groundpoundercoffee.com to get the Commitment brand of coffee that I have. But the hats and the t-shirts and the hoodies are no longer going to be for sale on CK Knife and Tool towards probably the end of the summer or something like that. But there's a reason why. Yes, that's right, guys. Bunker Branding Company. If you guys don't know it, Bunker Branding is the company that's owned by Matt and Merrick Carricker of Off the Ranch, Demolition Ranch, Vet Ranch. Matt and Merrick created an apparel company a couple of years back. They started getting into t-shirts and everything, and now they've just gone huge. Link Active is Mayor's brand of sportswear for men and women, and Bunker Branding does all t-shirts, hats, hoodies, sweaters, all this kind of stuff, as well as decals and everything for a bunch of different people. But their big thing is what they got involved were other creators like myself. Now, granted, in the scheme of things, I'm a small fish compared to a lot of those guys that are with Bunker Branding. But Bunker Branding has been making my clothing for the last year and a half, 2 years now. And I reached out this year to get some more stuff done, and to my surprise, they offered to run all of my apparel on their website. That's right. That was so cool. I'm so happy about that. So Bunker Branding is now going to be the company that you could buy my apparel from from here on out. As far as I can, as long as it lasts, hopefully, that'll be nice. I'll have a link provided. If I don't have it now and it's not down below, there will be one provided in another video later. But it'll be Bunker Branding Co. You'll follow that link either on my website or down below in the descriptions, and it'll take you to my page on Bunker Branding's website, where you'll be able to select from the type of apparel you would like to buy to support me, CK Knife and Tool. Now, the downfall with that is my profits, of course, aren't as big because they're handling everything. But the bonus is that you all can have a small, medium, large, extra large, 2X, 3X, whenever you want. That's the first thing. The second thing, I don't have to buy all the apparel up front because I've bought all of the apparel up front and had to store it here in my shop or back in Washington at the time and run all the orders and do everything. And that takes a big toll on me running my business, me running CK Knife and Tool aspect this way, as well as a lot of revenue coming out. So those are some huge things right there. But I just like the idea that now it allows me to have a standalone storefront for my apparel that you all could go to and can order stuff. Now, it's all made by order, which means if you order a shirt, they're not gonna have 500 of my t-shirts just sitting in a closet someplace. You order a t-shirt, they're gonna take that shirt, it's gonna get thrown in a mix. It takes another week or so to get that processed, but it's a lot faster than not being able to get it at all. It was super cool. But what's really nice and I'm excited about is what's inside these boxes. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, I left my knife in the house. Hold on. Okay. I had to grab a spade bit. My knife is in my bag up in the attic up in the loft of the shop. So what I ended up doing is I was working with Ashley. Big shout out to you, Ashley. Super helpful. And is getting, what I have here is some samples as well as inventory I'm going to have to be able to use for Christmas presents and stuff like that and giveaways. But as you guys know, it's the normal hoodie that I carried before that you know and love, as well as with the logo on the back. That's super nice. Super excited with that. And these are the hoodies. I'm not sure how many I have and the sizes and stuff. I'd have to go back in there, but that was super cool. So I got that. But then, let's see. So that's gray. So that's the gray hoodies. And now, because I've had several people in the past reach out to me about other colors. Right now, I'm gonna offer, oh, this is so nice. This is a safari. It's like a coyote and a brown mix. And again, it has the CK Knife and Tool logo on the back, just like that. So really, really nice hoodies. I love that color. It's really nice. And it's a jerseys. It's a cotton polyester blend. So that's super cool. And what's nice about that is the cotton was made in America. It's really nice. You guys know it's really hard to get stuff that's made in America. And when you do get it, it's even harder to keep a lot of it within a fairly decent price range that people can afford. And that makes it hard for companies like me to give you guys product, but it's also harder for, the end user and the buyer. You guys, stuff can get expensive after a while, and things aren't always what they're. Not everybody is, doing good, and so I'm sorry. There's probably a lot of noise coming over the lavalier mic. So, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So, okay, so I got my gray. Got the gray shirts, same thing, the CK Knife and Tool logo. And again, if you guys don't know, that logo right here is the one that my kids designed for me. Better part of 5 years ago now. I needed a logo, didn't know what to do because I needed for boxes and everything when I did the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Knife. and I needed to ship it out, and I should ship it in a box that had a good branding and everything. And the kids came up with this design, and I took both of their designs, put it together, and that gave me that one there. So that's been the logo for Seeking Knife and Tool for 5 or 6 years now at least. And then of course the blue line, the thin blue line flag right there, really nice. Super cool. This is the Next Level. These are Next Level. It's the same brand t-shirt that I've been selling for about 1.5 years now, that you guys would really come to like. Much better fit and feel, especially in the summer, than the Gildan brand that I was doing. But then went one step further, and I got it in what's called a sand. And hopefully it doesn't bleach out too much on camera. But again, there's the logo, nice, crisp and clean. And then the branding on the back, the Seeking Knife and Tool. And again, hopefully it doesn't wash out too much. I'm gonna have a hard time showing the contrast. But it's a sand, and I really like it. And again, it's a Next Level tee, so it's a really good quality t-shirt. And super, super happy with that. But man, oh man, that is so cool. So I got it in gray, and I've got it in the sand. So some of these, again, I'm going to be using as giveaways and for little presents and stuff like that. A hoodie and the t-shirts that you see here are going to be part of the monthly giveaway, as well as the big giveaway with the grand opening in September. So I'm super excited about that. And then I have some new stuff coming, not just the mugs and the t-shirts that the hats I currently run, but also working on some new stuff with Bunker Branding that's going to open up my apparel page even more than just this. So I'm really excited to share that with you. But I thought was kind of excited about it, and I wanted to share this with y'all. So thank you to Ashley for all the help. Thank you to Matt, Mayor, everybody that's been able to make this work for me. I'm super excited about that. And like I said, it's such a relief that I don't have to deal with all that stuff on hand, financially and mentally, you'd imagine. But if I do have any of these available for sale, I'll put them up on my website until we get everything converted over to Bunker Branding. But other than that, most of this will just be for giveaways and things. So I do, again, thank you very much, Bunker, and everybody else over there. So again, I think that's going to wrap up this video. The next video, like I said, we're going to be doing so a little bit more electric and some more framing, so keep an eye on that. I have some other things I gotta talk to you guys about, and I have something to share with you. So those are going to be standalone videos, maybe some a little different than the build itself. But until the next time, guys, remember, like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. Keep me from the bottom of the YouTube bucket. It's been helpful. It's been amazing. Thank you to Bunker Branding and everybody over there. You guys have a good one. Catch you in the next video. Bye.